That's a cat that is tired of the litter that they've been using. It's chalky. It's gross. This is a talking cat, and he does.
I don't like it.
You know what you would like, Kitty?
What?
Crystals instead of
Crystal meth?
No, well, you would enjoy that for a short time, and then your life would get out of control. But crystals of Pretty Litter cat litter uses crystals, and you know what, Kitty? If you pee on this cat litter and you're sick, the cat litter will change color to let your owner know that you're sick.
That's weird.
I know, it's so weird, but it's science and it works. So why would your owner trust anything other than Pretty Litter at this point? Oh, so you're already a user of Pretty Litter.
Yeah, I love it. I use it for all my cats.
Oh, well, then I hope you're saving 20% now because you can do so at going to prettylitter.com and using promo code Nikki.
Yeah, that's what I always use. I have to go. The crystals change color. I think one of my cats is sick.
Craig Ferguson is in studio. It's You Up with Nikki Glaser. Kerryn Feehan is here. Craig, you just heard played the role of Kitty and cat owner. Thank you so much for that.
You know, it's one of the finest performances I've ever given. Not only did I become the cat, but I became the cat's owner.
I just didn't see him being like a redneck dude.
That was a surprise.
It was a surprise.
I was going against type.
I went from an owner to a hoarder, sort of.
Yeah, that's right. I like to collect old newspapers. My cats like to do pee-pees in them, and then little mices come.
Craig Ferguson is here. He has a new book out called Riding the Elephant. It's a memoir of sorts, a series of essays. Too hot for TV. These are stories. You miss doing the monologues on your show. You miss being able to talk freely and tell stories.
I miss the format. I don't miss doing it on the TV, but I miss the format of telling stories. But these stories are stories that, some of them are very sad, and some of them are dirty. And I kind of like that. Some of them are too long, frankly. But it was kind of the idea of doing little stories about this happened in my life and here's the story of it. I missed having that ability, and so I took the chance of using a computer and typing.
How was that for you? That process of writing?
I like it. What happens is I get my cat and it sits on the little crystal changing kitty litter, which to me sounds like a made up thing.
It really does.
Yeah.
It sounds
I
too good
see
to be true.
rainbows.
Yeah. I feel great. Wait, my pee-pee is scarlet. What does it know? What does it know? It's judging me. My kitty litter is making value judgments about my behavior.
When my pee changes, I'm just like, oh, I ate some beets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same.
So that's what I would just
whenever
figure
I
about
eat beets and I get the red,
I
always think I have stomach cancer.
Right.
And even although I know I've had beets, I'm like, but
But what if you had beets on a week that you get stomach cancer?
That's what.
That's what
just
you
hope
assume.
that never happens.
It's like I
Just
pissed out
think
my
that
intestines.
don't eat beets.
My lucky day.
Just don't eat beets. So you sat down and have you written a book before? Is this your first?
It's my third book.
This-
Thanks
oh my-
for doing your research.
I'm sorry,
Jeez,
Craig.
You could like Google me at least, for heaven's
Craig,
sake.
I know so much about you, and I just didn't know
Really?
that. I have figured that.
This is my third book, Nikki.
I'm so impressed that you've written 3 books. So is it a painstaking process compared to everything else you've done in your career?
No, it's just like you do a little bit every day.
Oh
and
my God.
actually, it's easier
insurmountable.
It's easier than everything else because you just do a little bit every day and then it adds up.
Yeah.
And then it's done, and you don't have to have anyone's permission, and you don't have to talk to any executives, and you don't have to do live reads for Kitty Litter. And you don't have. No, I'm telling you, it's living the dream.
Well, Craig Ferguson is. Can I say the reason I have this show is because of Craig Ferguson. I was living in Los Angeles 2 years ago, and I was a frequent guest on his show.
Because you were good.
I was on it once, and just because of he didn't know I was just through booking the people, and then we hit it off, and I had such a good time on the show, and I learned how to be on radio and be relaxed, and you created a setting in which I felt myself and I could be myself, and then you were so encouraging and so complimentary that you gave me the confidence to be like, I should be doing this because you told me that.
Yes.
And that's all I need is just a compliment from a handsome, tall man.
Yeah.
And being like, you're good at this, and I'm just like, I'll do it forever, and I'll pursue it in any way I can.
Totally.
And
Thanks
then
for saying handsome and tall.
Oh my God, that's truly
right.
all.
You are
Every
good for
career
it.
path I've chosen, I'm like, some guy that is handsome told me that I was good at it, and I was like, okay, is this the path?
Same.
So I pursued it, and I literally went right from his show to hearing about because he had a show on Sirius that I was on all the time.
Yeah.
And then they told me that maybe there was a show opening up at Comedy Central Radio. And I called Comedy Central and I said, can I have it?
Yeah.
And then they said, there's a long list of people we have in mind. And I go, well, I should be at the top of that list because I had a TV show.
Yeah, and I'm a really good shoplifter.
Yeah.
Give me a radio show.
Shoplifter?
Yeah, we were talking about that before.
Are you
Just
a
give me
shoplifter?
it. Yeah, no,
Why,
no, not
Nona,
now.
tell me all about it.
I was like addicted to it at a time in my life where I needed to
Really?
feel some things. Yeah,
I
feel and
don't-
steal.
Yeah.
I'm always kind of impressed with people who were shoplifters. I feel it shows a certain bravery and enterprise.
It does.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, just don't talk yourself down just because you were a criminal at some point.
Oh my God, I think you're right. I also
So encouraging.
I've been thinking
Very
about.
encouraging. You're great too.
I'm gonna start shoplifting again after this.
Wait, no, that
Yes.
makes me an accessory.
We're
No,
gonna go
no.
Ferguson
I need
tear.
to shoplift
He told us
accessories. That
to.
reminds me, I need some new necklaces.
Yeah, we're going.
Oh no.
Going, let's
No,
steal
Your
some
Honor, I
things.
was just trying to be encouraging. I wasn't in any way trying to start a
We
ring
have
of
it on
shoplifters.
tape. You told her she had just gotten done saying that she needs a compliment, and then she goes off on a new course in life. And then you told her that it shows entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Enterprise.
And
And
courage.
courage.
Yeah.
She's like, ooh,
It did
bagels.
take courage. It's so scary
It is.
stealing.
Yeah.
I still hold my breath when I walk through the security
metal detector?
things, just because of so many times in my life I was nervous they were going to go off. It
Right.
still makes me feel
That adrenaline rush.
alive.
You know, hang on to that for as long
Yeah.
as you can. Because
Oh,
I am
God.
so old now, when I see cops, I think, good.
Get him.
Yeah. Good cops. Everything's going to be
so
okay
funny.
now. Ah, some cops. Nah, I feel better.
That does show. Yeah, that's it. I mean, there are things that I look at that I'm like, oh, you should be ashamed of those things, but they are kind of brave. Like getting work done to your face as a woman, I think is actually
Super
the
brave.
bravest thing you can do.
You never know
You're
what
getting
they're
a
gonna shoot in
needle
there.
in your
Yeah.
face, and we judge these women like, oh, she got her face done. It's all fucked up. It's like, well, at least she took a chance that
Brave.
you're not taking.
She took a chance on her dream
Yeah, I mean,
of a smoother face.
yes.
I
It's your
dream of a
face.
smoother face. This is the most courageous thing I could do.
Yes, it's your face. That is so risky.
You
Yeah.
get lip injections, you just want to
Yeah.
spit on people for the rest of
I
your
mean,
life.
it could go really wrong. So
Yep.
when you are taking that risk,
Yep.
I think it's like one of the bravest things
And
you
you're
can
gonna wake
do.
up with a new face sometimes.
is
if you, like-
shoplift
yeah.
with a facelift. If you're shoplifting with a facelift,
I did 2 tours of Iraq, but I have to say that the bravest thing I've ever done is get Botox and steal a pair of underpants.
oh my god. Do you? So I was. Yeah. You have this new book out, Riding the Elephant. What are we getting out of this book that we didn't get in your past 2 books? Why this
Wait,
book?
well, first of
Well,
all,
I just found out about
how
these
would you know? Given the fact you didn't know I'd written any books before, so you might as well just read this one. Just look, if I repeated myself, how the hell are you going to know?
Wait, so you don't have to
I
read the
assume you
first 2 to
haven't.
get that one?
No.
Oh, really?
No, it's like Avengers. You can just watch it and I'm like,
Okay,
I
good,
get
good,
it.
good,
Yeah,
good,
okay.
good.
That's
Cool.
fine. So the
Cool.
cat litter changes color, eh? Okay.
Can you read the book with that voice?
You know, I don't know why I started doing that voice, but I have started doing it.
It's a
and I've
great
got a
voice.
Well,
Yeah,
whenever I
I like
say
it.
anything stupid, I like to use somebody's voice that isn't mine, so I can
Yes.
blame them.
Right.
Oh,
It's like,
that's.
oh, so I say stupid things like that, and then I talk sensibly
I
like
was
me.
watching Veep this week, and I'm like, they are saying the most racist,
Yeah.
sexist shit I've ever heard. If you want to be the worst version of yourself, just become a comedy writer and write into characters. But if I said that stuff in my stand-up act, being like jokingly genuinely, like I'm saying it for irony.
No,
it
because
wouldn't
you're not
work.
a character.
But if I can just be racist and let all of those things out of my head that are there because you live in
Because you are a racist? Okay.
Yeah, I think the New Negroes is hiring writers if you want.
But it is wild that you can just write these characters to say these awful racist things and no one goes,
like,
who
it's a
wrote that
character,
line?
Right.
Do you know what? Here's one thing I've learned about the recent climate. Never interview an old Irish actor when he's drunk.
Do it.
I have a very particular set of skills.
My God.
But apparently doing interviews while I'm off my tits is not one of them.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. That was
very bad.
really bad.
That was very bad.
Man, but I will say for your book, I know that who this is going to, this would be a good gift for, because I witness it a lot. I'm on Reddit a lot. And I comb through Reddit, and
is that
that's all
like MySpace?
No, it's like it's a place where you go and you can sign up for different feeds that create all of this content, and it lands on one page of all your interests, the most breaking news of all the interests in your life, and different news stories and funny things. But you're constantly coming up on Reddit, old clips from your show, just celebrations of Craig Ferguson, and it's like Reddit's really hip, and they like know what's cool, and they know what they have the right kind of nostalgia for things. It's just a place I go to for like the forefront of what's cool. Yeah. Reddit loves Craig Ferguson.
Yeah.
There's constantly interviews being
and that's
posted.
hard because they're mean on there too.
It is. It means a lot to be beloved on Reddit.
Yep.
So what I'm saying is every time one of those clips get posted, the comments below are like, he was the best. We miss him so much. And just celebrating you. Now, there are so many people out there that feel a deficit in their lives from not having you to watch on TV every night.
Are you
and that is
talking
who this
about
book
yourself,
is.
Nikki?
Yes.
Is this what we are saying?
Oh my God! All I do is project all the time.
What is actually happening here? So what you are
this
saying?
book-
Dr. Ruth is back.
That's right. Although this time it's sort of older, 1940s Nazi Dr. Ruth,
Yeah.
apparently.
Okay. So it was
So let me ask you the question again.
okay.
This is a projection of you. Perhaps you should read the book and the two that preceded.
Listen, I got a lot of reading to do
Yes,
this week.
you do.
But if you have someone in your life who misses Craig Ferguson, this book is what you need to get for them right now. It's Riding the Elephant is the name of the book. Is it out now? I don't know anything.
Next week.
Next
May
week.
7th. May 7th.
May 7th. Oh, great Father's Day gift coming up. If you have a dad who loved Craig Ferguson and watched his show all the time and just like probably been like, where is that guy?
Yeah.
Because
Where-
your
where's
dad
that guy?
doesn't stay in tune.
All I have to my solace now is my cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get this book. Your dad will be so touched that you remembered that he was a huge Craig Ferguson fan, and he'll be like, "Oh my God, this is so cool." He'll feel seen. Let your dad be seen this Father's Day and
Beautiful.
Feel
Craig's.
seen?
Yeah, you just want to feel seen in this world. Like when I get a gift
100%.
and I go, I feel seen. Like how do you know that I would
know
love
me.
this so
You
much?
are seen, Nikki. You are seen all the
I
time.
feel
Except,
seen.
of course, this is an odd choice because you choose to be on radio, where you, of course,
I
cannot
know.
be seen.
I know.
You can only be heard.
Not well. We have cameras in studio right now.
Yes, I noticed this. You are.
Yes.
There are
making
4
it work for
cameras
her.
in the studio,
I
and
didn't
it's a
plan
radio
on
show.
this. When I got into radio, Craig, I really embraced the fact that I was never gonna have to wear makeup or do my hair again. And then now they're in every day, and I kind of love it though because listen, I love being on camera. It's so much fun. Let me tell you about a particular showing I had on Craig Ferguson's short-lived Sirius show, but we had so much fun on there. How's your guy? What's this? It wasn't short-lived. It was like 2 years, right?
It was too long for me.
Yeah. I mean, but you were having so much fun because you didn't care. You were just like,
I
oh,
didn't
this will
care.
end someday, and I don't care at all.
I didn't care, and I don't care now.
It was so fun, and that's what I love about you. You just don't like. you only do things you want to do.
I genuinely don't give a fuck. I genuinely don't.
I love that.
Yeah, no, it's a very weird place to get to. A little unnerving at times. It's kind of like shoplifting, but all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time. It's like when I'm asleep, I'm shoplifting.
What does that feel like to not? Did you used to care? When did you start
Yeah,
not caring?
I cared a lot when I was younger.
Yeah. When did you lose some of that not caring? What?
You know what? When I interviewed Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and this is a true story. He said, I was just like mucking around on TV, and he said to me, you are crazy. And I'm thinking, and I said to him, Father Tutu, you've talked to some very crazy people, and some of them very evil. And he said, yes, but you are the type of crazy that we need. So you should be more. I don't know why I'm making him talk like this. This is not what he talks like, but I don't really know how to do his voice. I can't do his voice without, you get yourself in trouble.
I was like, that's an uncanny.
You know what? I think I'll do him as French. I'll do him as French. I have to say, as the...
like a scummy French.
Well, his last name is Tutu, and so it's like a ballet
French. He doesn't talk like this, but who could be upset by this voice?
Oh, gosh, not me. So what did he say to you? He said, you're the good kind of crazy.
He said, you're the good crazy. You should be as crazy as you want to be. And I feel like coming from Desmond Tutu, that's kind of like God saying, you can be as crazy as you want.
Yeah.
We're good.
Good. Yeah. So you live like that.
I try to, yeah.
But you're so nice, and you're just I appreciate that you don't give a crap anymore and you do what you want, because then I know that you're genuine because you're nice, and so that's must be who you really are.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be. I suppose I care a little bit in the sense that I don't want to be an asshole to people.
No,
but I don't. I think you can not care and at the same time not be mean.
Yes, I agree. I went on Craig's show after I had a lunch date with this guy who I had met at a show a couple nights before.
Oh yeah, how'd that go? Did you ever see him again?
Dude, okay, so I went on this lunch date, and he was so cute. He was like this comedian, a British comedian, and I was like, I've gone through every American comedian I wanted to go through, and so
I did
was
him
like,
right after you. So
you dated the British guy right after?
Oh no, just every American. I'm excited to hear about the British.
Yeah,
guy.
I'll let you know who it was later because he. So I met him at the show in LA.
Sir Ben Kingsley. It was Sir Ben Kingsley.
Amazing.
So I go to lunch, and we have this fantastic lunch. And we go longer than we thought we were going to. We're connecting so much. I'm like, oh my God, this is like off to the races. Yeah. He talks about something that I go, he goes, I'll tell you later, like on the next time we hang out. And I go, okay, well, why don't you just tell me now? And he's like, because I know I'm going to see you again. And I was like, oh my God, this is great. Wow. That kind of thing, right? Yeah. So I go, hey, I have to go because I have to go do Craig Ferguson's show.
You should have just said, I have to go and do Craig Ferguson and see how he reacted. Yeah.
That would have been so good.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't have made sense, or maybe it would have, because I said, you can listen.
Well, Nikki, I'm glad you could make it. Come on in. Don't worry about the cat litter. I know it's changed color. One of the cats is a little peaky.
Nikki's like, am I the cat again?
Yeah, you're the cat.
I'll do the cat
and I'm the hoarder.
Promo code Nikki. I'm still doing the need to hit all the right spots.
Pretty litter.
So I went, and so I go, you should listen, because I was feeling like flirty and like also like I'm about to be on. I'm just like broing down with Craig Ferguson down the block. No big deal. Yeah. I'm pretty spectacular. Welcome to America,
bitch.
Right. And he goes, I have a rental car. I have Sirius. This is great. I'll listen. I was like, yeah, 103. I'll be on in like 5 minutes. Literally, it's down the block. So I rush over there. I get into studio. Craig goes, you look nice, because usually I'm walking in there like whatever, but I just came from a date, and he's like, and I go, well, yeah, I just went on a date, and I talked about it, knowing he was listening, but like knowing it would be like flirty and fun. And Craig's asking me about it. I'm like, I think it went well. I got out of that, and he sent me an emoji. Immediately sent me an emoji of the baring teeth emoji.
Oh my! Why?
Which some people accidentally send that thinking it's a big smile. I think people with like autism don't understand that's like
it's accompanied by this noise.
Nikki means no disrespect to people with autism.
No, I don't. It's just like you don't know how to read faces as well as other people, so you see teeth and you're like equals smile. But that is the baring teeth one is like
it's like yikes. It's yikes.
It goes with that sound of
yeah. Yikes.
That's it. That emoji should
Why
also
did
make
yikes you. What did you say?
I didn't say
Were you like,
anything.
I think this guy is a small
and then
dick?
I went back and I think I went back through my head and was like, what could I have said that upset him? I didn't say anything. The problem was I picked the worst person to do that to talk about him at all, because right before me he had dated a female comic who had just published a book in which he had been written about in it. So he had just got, and that was the thing he was going to tell me on the next date was who he dated, which I didn't know. I didn't know. I would never have talked about him.
Right.
I mean, it would have ended eventually much worse.
Yeah.
But he never followed up with that second date, and I was all about it, and I never heard from him again.
That's a
and
shame. I feel bad.
No,
actually.
we cut it off at the pass. Like, you got to do that. Like,
you probably nixed
I'm an
it a lot,
open book. If
You're right.
that guy was weird about me saying he was handsome and I had a good time with him, is he gonna be okay with me being like, he didn't tie me up last night, so I couldn't come? Like, no.
Wait till you guys see the picture of this mole.
Wait.
They're gonna hate that.
Dial it back a little bit. Just a slight question, point of order.
It was a callback earlier on the show. I was talking about how this weekend I was in Nashville, Craig, and
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're from there. You've heard of it at least.
I've been there. That's where I get all my cats.
Yeah.
They're just walking around.
You go to Nashville for the cats.
Yeah, everybody knows Nashville's for pussy.
They do. Yeah, I flew in some. I needed to have. I needed to have an orgasm, and I haven't been able to recently. So I flew in some dick to Nashville this weekend.
Flew in some OGD.
Some a guy that I know knows how to do it to me. So I flew him into Nashville.
Well, it's because you
spent some money in miles,
right?
And had him come in and bang me out real good.
Nice.
And then
Can I ask,
send him home on Sunday morning, 6 a.m.
Can I ask,
Round trip.
coach or business?
Coach.
Good girl. Good girl.
He is,
Nice.
listen, unless he brings the restraints next time, he's not flying.
Right.
Like, that's the thing is, I need to, it was fine. It was good. We had a good time, but
But he's gonna need to check a bag.
He's
He's
gonna
gonna
need-
get it done.
He did. When he was coming over, he brought the Hitachi wand, which is my favorite vibrator. I don't know if you've ever used it.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's huge.
I'm a bunions.
I
my
use
God.
it as a neck massager.
It's amazing for everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's this big old wand, but he had it in his bag to bring because it's
He was gonna.
it's
right.
ours.
Right.
And his bag got he had water in it, so they took about the bag. And the TSA guy goes, you know that women use these to
No, he didn't.
pleasure themselves. And
TSA.
my ex was just like, oh yeah, I've heard that. He goes, this is a massage. He claimed it just bringing a massager, but yeah,
Right.
clearly a sex toy.
Yes.
But he's gonna have to bring a bigger bag next time.
Yeah.
What
Whips
why
and
would the
chains.
TSA guy have any interest in this?
I know. I can't believe it.
That's not right. It's not like you're going to rush up and sexually excite a pilot. Why, you've distracted me from my flight. I say distracted me. That's right. Foghorn Leghorn is a pilot.
Seems like a fitting
Why,
job for him.
I say you've distracted me. Why? You've attacked. I say you've attacked my clitoris with that sex toy, and now I'm afraid I can't fly the plane.
You could do some damage with that thing to a pilot. I think it's a brutal weapon.
It's big.
It is. Oh, 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry to be talking about masturbation so much, Craig. I don't know how
all
this got up. Do you mind?
No.
Well, last week, can I bring you into this because you shared this story with me? We were both talking about how we tried to masturbate last week, and our both of our toys
Our batteries died.
during the process, and you just can't. You just
And
don't.
even the backup toys.
There's
were
nothing
not
to do.
charged.
They weren't charged. Yes, and so
Well,
if you have
whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? I mean, for heaven's sake, if you can't get better. Apparently, Jim Gaffigan is here now.
Yeah.
I don't like it when the batteries come out. Hot Pockets. Why didn't he bring the batteries?
It's weird because I do think about Jim Gaffigan when I masturbate.
Well, so that's a little, that's a niche market.
having
but
his
okay.
9th kid.
Yeah.
Oh God, knock me up with your 18th child.
These fair-haired Mormon-looking kids.
Come on, children.
But it's just so funny to me that I felt I was completely in that moment could not do anything to finish up. I was just like, well,
I
that's
guess,
over. I got to
right.
wait 3 hours for this thing to charge again. But has a man ever been in the middle of jerking off and just been like,
Oh.
my hand stopped?
Right.
And then someone said that you can get a cramp, and I'm like, oh, that's maybe something. But then you have another hand that's
Yeah.
charged.
That you probably
no,
charged.
no,
that
no,
you've
no,
probably
no,
been
no.
sitting on.
No, you have the one hand you use and the other hand's for picking.
I thought you were gonna say for high five.
No. One's for rubbing and one's for picking. Everybody knows
So
that.
true. Yeah, there's one for the yeah. Picking.
Yeah.
man.
Front door, back door.
Oh God.
Oh man, it's just so much easier.
Anyway,
for...
the book is called Riding the Elephant.
Yes.
Why
my
is it called
third book.
Riding the Elephant?
There's a story in it about riding an elephant. Also, it's a metaphor for life
Why?
because it goes where it wants,
Oh,
elephant.
and you just sit on it.
it'll eventually trample you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. And sometimes it's gray.
Okay.
It never
We
forgets.
took it too far. We went too far.
Right.
It's funny that I think we went too far when you said the elephant was gray, but the masturbation stuff was fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I know.
made it feel sad.
Yeah.
I've never ridden an elephant before, but why doesn't any animal go where it wants to? I'm not trying to poke holes in your title.
No, I think
Specific metaphor.
no, I think that's a fair point. And if you read the book, you'll see that I address it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was something that I brought up a lot in my first 2 books.
Right. I've heard about those.
Yeah.
Today.
Is there a Cliff's Notes version that I can get?
So, Mr. Shakespeare, have you written it? Is this your first play?
God. Oh, Craig, I'm so glad you're back on radio.
Only for a short time.
Yeah. So you don't miss the show. It just became a grind.
Yeah.
You were doing it on your property, though.
Yeah.
You had a little. What's going on in that house now?
Well, it's available.
Yeah.
I'm selling it.
Oh, you really are? You're selling your house?
Yeah. You want to
Where
buy
are you
it?
moving?
Scotland.
Really?
Yeah, I've been in Scotland most of the time for the past year.
And your whole family, your son and
Yeah,
everybody.
everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They all have red hair now.
So you're done with LA?
With LA, yes.
Yeah,
Well, I think
why?
I spend more time in New York. I like New York, but I think
Yeah.
I'm done with LA.
Right.
I was there for 23 years.
Yeah, you've been there a while.
It's too dusty.
It is dusty.
Yeah, it's too dusty.
And you're getting out right before like an earthquake's gonna happen. You don't
Right.
even need a go bag now. Scotland, you don't need a go bag. I'm worried about that earthquake. I'm thinking about moving back to LA, and I'm like, I just don't want to deal with an earthquake. It's not like I'm scared of dying in one. I'm just like, my worst fear is I'm gonna be like, finally have time to take a good 3-hour nap, and then an earthquake starts, and I'm like, oh, I gotta deal with an earthquake.
Why
And
don't
I
you just
can't
set an
sleep.
alarm
You don't
for
have to
before
deal
the
with an
earthquake.
earthquake.
What do you? Well, your house starts falling off its foundation. It's
Well, what you
sliding
got-
all over, and then you
What
gotta go out.
do? Just relax.
No, you gotta go outside. Well, then pipes are breaking. There's hissing noises going off. You might die. so you-
Hissing noises.
Yeah.
Why,
There's
you should try
snakes.
being around cats. Why, that's the worst of all.
There's hissing noises.
Oh, look, quick, my litter changed color.
It's earthquake time.
Earthquakes are so annoying. Like, it's gonna disrupt your life a lot. You're gonna have to be out on your lawn talking to your neighbors about, like, can we go back in yet? Or when it's, and if it's really catastrophic, then you gotta, that's what I'm looking for, is like a guy who is prepared for the apocalypse. Like, I'm really turned on by that now. If you have like a lot of soup cans.
Plenty of those
You're
guys.
mostly scared
I'm
of
really into
small
it.
talk. That's like the worst thing.
I'm just like scared of like
Earthquake, small talk. Well,
Yeah.
that was a pretty
What
big
are we
one,
gonna
wasn't it,
do?
Nikki?
Yeah.
Shut up.
yeah.
I'm a celebrity. How dare you?
I just don't want it. I'm so scared of all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like sometimes I'm
never
on a
felt
plane.
one.
It's just like when I have an opportunity to take a nap,
Right.
I just want to not be disrupted
up.
by anything. There are times when I'm on a plane and the turbulence is so bad, and I'm like, if there's a crash right now, I can't deal with this. I'm
Right.
just too
It's gonna wake
tired
me
to deal
up.
with a
Right.
crash.
Yeah.
I'm too tired to like download the Wi-Fi so I can say goodbye to my loved ones right now.
Right. Yeah.
And I have to remember the passcode that I might have already signed up for a Boingo account in the past. And I have to remember I have to have Boingo send me a password
It
so I can
never
say goodbye to
works,
my
though.
mom. She knows
Yeah.
I loved her.
Right. Just do this on Insta. Bye, mom.
Yeah, bye, Mom.
Later.
So like I don't
been
know.
real.
Like it's funny to me though that there are times where I think the plane's crashing and I'm like, I just am too tired to go through a crash.
I'm too tired.
I'm too tired. Are you tired anymore?
I think that I'm always a little tired
Yeah.
to go through a crash. I'd
Yeah,
rather
that's what
not.
I'm saying. It's like, but are you exhausted still? Like, I know there have been times in your life where you definitely said yes to everything, and you did,
I did,
and you
yeah.
were doing a live show every day, and you like, are you still sleep deprived?
No.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
great. You look great. That's the thing.
thank
You look
you.
like so.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I was on TV this morning, so I'm wearing makeup.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it. Leave
yeah,
that on the
yeah.
rest of the day, because
yeah.
I mean, I could have taken it
Oh,
off. But
I
like,
don't have time to take it off in my busy show business schedule.
oh my God, guys look so much better with makeup, and
I
they don't
know.
even know it. I don't even know that he's wearing makeup right now. Guys could get away
I
with
know.
wearing makeup.
It's unfair.
Well, it was applied by a professional.
Right.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be doing this every morning
No,
yourself.
no.
Although men it would behoove you to wear some concealer.
I want to put
sometimes.
mascara on my boyfriend.
Oh,
He's the
guys
longest
with mascara
eyelashes.
look so hot.
He won't let me though.
Craig,
What?
you would look so hot with mascara.
Can we
I
no
know you're
mascara
one of
on
them.
you?
Wearing some right now.
Are you?
No, I don't
No, you're
know.
definitely not.
Maybe.
No.
I don't
Oh,
know.
Maybe that's they don't even know what they do to them.
I would. Someone wrote me yesterday. I was hanging out with a guy. There was a joke on Veep about concealer.
Right, no
And he
clue.
stopped it and goes, "What's concealer?"
Yeah.
I had to explain to him.
No, I had a joke in my act. I don't do it anymore because I dated an actor. He'd be like, "Babe, this is concealer on it. What are you trying to conceal?"
And you're like,
Like the dark circles under my eyes.
shadows?
For staying up all
Was he
night,
an actor
explaining
or is-
shit to you. Idiot. Actors are so dumb.
Yeah, they can be. It is interesting, isn't it?
I mean, you interviewed so many of them.
I found it fascinating. It was one of the first things I noticed when I started doing late night. Is you meet actors who are super famous and they're like, you think they're really clever, and then you realize, oh no, you have clever people write things down and you remember the words and say them.
Yeah, they're memorizationalists.
Yeah.
That's
And then you think, well, no, you're not clever at all.
Right. But
you're
they
like-
can be charming, though, but they're not that.
Well, they can
nothing's
be
original.
charming
Yeah.
as long as you keep it about them.
Yes.
But the minute you wander off into another, like talking about cats,
Cats
or,
or elephants
they're like,
or tying them up.
Yeah, I don't know much about that.
Right.
thank God
Pretty
we have
lady.
personalities. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could talk to you more about that because it is, as I do this show and I talk to more people come through doing press stuff and these people that you project all of this stuff onto because you've seen them play roles that are so fascinating and they are so boring.
The only thing that is true, is that Henry Winkler is the nicest man in show business.
He is.
The nicest Henry Winkler.
Wow.
You know,
Yes.
it's 50 years since he did the Fonz. People go up to
Yeah.
him and say, hey, Fonzie, hey. And he goes, hey, Fonzie, and he gives him a thumb. People come out, it's 5 years since I've done late night.
Yeah.
People come out and say, hey, Greg, where's Jeff? I'm like, fucking your mom.
I have such a big pimple under my beard.
That's the beauty of a beard. You
I
can just
know.
cover up.
I
Like
have an
that's
insane. Can you even see it? You can't
Let me
even
see.
see it, and it's huge. You can
Oh
feel
yeah,
it.
I see it. Hold on.
Don't
was
pop
that?
it.
This is your trash.
One man's trash.
Ew. Hold on. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, it's
To look at.
ridiculous. Yeah, but imagine if I didn't have a beard.
Yeah, then it would just be hanging off your face and you wouldn't be able to get work.
No work at all.
What's happening with these sunglasses? Why?
I bought them yesterday. $138.
And you forgot to bring the case, and now you just have to wear them on your head
Yeah.
inside.
Also, a lot of celebrities wear them.
They do?
Yeah.
Like who? Who are you thinking you look like right now? Because I know it's someone.
Like Pete Davidson would wear them. Machine Gun Kelly. Who else? Tommy Lee.
These are men half your age you're comparing yourself to.
Okay, older guys. Anyone from the Stones, Aerosmith, Mick Jagger would wear glasses. Like, when do you get to the point where you get to wear glasses
I would
inside?
love to wear glasses inside. My eyes are like the number one thing that I'm always like, oh God, if I could take something out of this photo, it'd be that.
Really?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Your blue eyes,
Yeah.
you would take out.
Yeah, because I always look tired. So my ideal thing, I guess, would be this to cover up the bags.
Oh, so it's just below your eyes.
Yeah, it's always below my eyes.
not your actual
And it's
eyeballs.
this. No, who's insecure about their eyeballs?
Some people with brown eyes,
Because brown eyes is the worst eyes.
ugh, they're disgusting.
What do you have?
I have hazel green. I was blessed.
Hazel green equals brown. Okay, that is
In
a
what
nice
country?
way to say brown is hazel.
Oh, coming from freaking Nazi eyes over here. Wow, we can't all have all Nazi blue. I have hazel green. You can look. Look at them. That's right, too close.
She could just zoom in on you.
Oh, you don't have to go to it.
Nazi blue eyes.
All right, maybe it's distracting.
It's totally is.
Yeah, that's why people do it, because then they can be disconnected and they're cool and no one questions
You do
them.
look cooler with them, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
What
you
are
don't-
these jeans? Are these new jeans?
They're blue jeans.
Oh.
They're Levi. I started wearing lighter jeans. I was going to get really light jeans, but none of them fit me because I have what they call a shitty body.
Wait, why don't jeans fit you?
Because I wear like 33 30s. Mm-hmm. And if
You do not wear a for inseam.
For which one?
I thought you meant waist 33 30.
No.
Okay.
When my waist is 33.
Oh, your waist is 33. Okay, that makes more sense.
So a lot of guys like
it said his waist
designer,
was 30.
a lot of designer jeans will be 32, 32, 34, 32. There's very few 33, 30 because it's it's like a pair.
Right.
They don't want people with my body wearing their jeans, I think.
Yeah, it's like when Abercrombie asked the Jersey Shore not to wear their clothes.
Abercrombie thought they were better than the Jersey Shore.
Abercrombie paid the Jersey Shore to not wear their clothing.
That backfired because Jersey Shore is still going strong. You got one in jail.
Right.
He's killing it. And then Pauly D has a show.
It's funny though because I think.
Is Abercrombie doing well? I guess it's maybe
they're
for a
probably doing all
15-year-old.
right. Yeah, I mean they're still around. That's got to say something.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I think there should be a plan in place to take every fur coat that's ever been made and donate it to homeless people. That way the homeless are wearing fur. The fur is not being wasted. But then no one wants to look homeless, so now the homeless look will be an unattractive look, therefore no one else will buy fur. Great idea.
Yes, good idea. But the fur on the homeless will look shitty because it'll be out. But then still a solid new fur might look even better compared to a homeless fur.
Only homeless people wear fur coats. If we cull together every fur coat that is not being worn, and give them all to the homeless people, and then New York City is all the homeless are decked out in fur. You will then associate fur with being homeless. Therefore, no one wants to look homeless. I'm not being anti-homeless. No one likes to look homeless. I'm sorry if that offends you watching this, the homeless person who's watching this, but no one wants to look like you. You're homeless. It's not a good look. It seems like a hard life. You don't want to look like you're having a hard life. Therefore, people won't buy fur anymore, and we just much like Abercrombie thought that if the Jersey Shore wore Abercrombie, no one would wear it. I think we should get the Jersey Shore to wear fur. That's what I'm just getting to now.
Are they homeless? Snooki has a podcast.
Snooki's doing great, but you know.
JWoww.
Yeah, Angelica. I don't know about her.
She came in late.
She did come in late. I remember that she had her suitcases were trash bags, and I respected that. Homeless. You just saw a clip from You Up with Nikki Glaser. Check here every Tuesday for a new clip from my radio show, You Up with Nikki Glaser.
From our radio show, with You Up with Andrew and Nikki.
Never.
Andrew Collins' radio show, who happens to have Nikki on sometime.
Okay, we all know that's not true.